everyone, and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making a blueberry coffee cake. It's really easy, but it's delicious. You can use it for a brunch or to take somewhere or just have as a dessert at night. It's not overly sweet. It's really good. Okay, so in a bowl, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a ½ cup of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm going to whisk that together. When you're whisking, you're actually just incorporating the ingredients. Whoops. And you're also making sure there's no lumps in your mixture. Okay, to this we're going to add a 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons of softened butter. Just kind of break it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do not melt the butter. It just has to be softened. Okay, let's just get the rest of that. Alright, wash my hands real quick. Alright, now we're going to make this look like pie dough. So you're just going to cut in your flour. This might take a little bit of time, but it'll all come together. Alright, so I used my pastry blender, and now I'm using my hands just to make sure all the butter is incorporated into this mixture. The butter is what makes this taste delicious, so make sure it's incorporated really well because you want it throughout the cake. You just don't want like pockets of butter flavor. It's really, really, really delicious. Okay, now that I have this done, I am going to put 1 large beaten egg in. ½ cup of milk, and we are going to zest a teaspoon of lemon. I'm just going to eyeball it, but when you zest, make sure you do not get any of the white that's underneath this yellow. That's very, very bitter. You can also do without this. You don't have to have the lemon. If you don't have a lemon at home, don't worry about it. Just don't add lemon juice because that adds liquid to your mixture and then it might not set up right. Because we all know with baking it has to be precise. With cooking, you can do whatever you want to do. Alright, so that's done. So now we're going to mix this all together. And it will be a thick mixture. Oh, and please subscribe. When you're watching our videos, please subscribe so that way we can get our YouTube channel up and running better. The more subscribers we have, the more we can do with it. So please subscribe. It really, really helps our channel. And if you make a recipe that I've made and you comment on it and tell me how you liked it, you might get a surprise in the mail. And also, once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're going to pick one winner for an apron like mine. May not be the same color, we'll see, and a couple of other surprises. Okay, so now I really have this mixed up really, really well, and as you can see, it's very, very thick. It will be. Now what you're going to do is you're going to add in 2 cups of fresh or frozen blueberries. If your blueberries are frozen, don't unfreeze them. Let them go in cold. All right, let's just measure this out. I like a lot of blueberries in mine, so that's like 1 cup. I think this is a 2-cupper anyways, but we'll see. That'll do it. Put a little bit more in from the other one because it wasn't quite 2 cups. Let's do a little, half of a handful. That's good. Okay. All right. Let's mix this together. And just kind of as gently as you can. This might take a little bit of time to get all these blueberries incorporated. So take your time and just be gentle with it. I mean, you are going to crush some blueberries. Don't worry about it. It's coming together, as you can see. It just takes time. Just make sure you get some in the middle, kind of go in through the middle and go back around. Kind of like you're folding it in. Escapee here. Alright, I just need to get that bottom done a little bit better. Alright, so now what we're going to do, now that it's all mixed together really nicely, we are going to put this in a 9x9 square sheet with cooking spray. You know, Pam, if you Crisco it, do Crisco and flour, please. Okay, so now we're going to put this in the pan. And kind of get it into the corners first, then you can spread it out easily. Okay, let's get all this goodie out. Alright, now I want to flatten this out a little bit into the pan, make it all even so it bakes evenly. Okay, we're getting there. Get it as good as you can. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, so then what we're going to do next is we're going to make a topping for this. Alright, for the crumble topping, we have a 1/3 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 3 tablespoons of cold butter. The butter must be cold this time. So with your dry ingredients, just kind of whisk them together. And then when that looks good enough, you're going to cut in your cold butter. All cut. Now we're going to take our pastry blender and we're going to cut that in and make it pea-sized. And keep getting the butter that's on your scraper off. You can use a butter knife or a knife, doesn't matter. And just keep getting that mushed in. Once it gets to pea size, then you can take your hands and kind of do it, crumble it again. We just don't want the butter to be very warm. This is what makes the crumble, the actual big chunks of crumb. Okay, I'm going to go in with my hands just because I can feel better when it's done. Just go with my hand and just kind of do this. Break up all the butter into little pieces. Don't keep it in your hands for too long. Like I said, we want it cold. With all that flour and sugar mixed in. Okay, so now I'm just going to put it on top of my cake evenly. Okay, now this is going to go into a preheated 350-degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes. And make sure you check it with the toothpick to make sure it's done. Alright, here's our finished product. Just let it cool completely and then serve. It's delicious with ice cream or whipped cream, or it's really good just plain. Please like, share, comment, and remember, please subscribe. And remember, you do you.